Welcome to another episode of the Burg Podcast, where we talk about all things Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Also known as the Hub City or just the Burg, Hattiesburg is a bustling town in southern Mississippi. It's an educational, cultural, business, and medical hub for the region, and we're pleased to share stories from our community.
On today's episode of the Burg Podcast, we have reports from 3 Southern Miss students who have branched off and explored life outside of the classroom. First up, we have Kennedy Drake interviewing business student Tori Faith on how modeling has taken her places she never could have imagined.
I'm Kennedy Drake for the Burg Podcast. Today I'm interviewing Tori Faith. My guest is a model, a modeling coach, entrepreneur, and a marketing major at the University of Southern Mississippi. Hey Tori, how are you doing today?
Hi everyone, my name is Tori Faith and I am doing well. How are you guys?
It's awesome to have you here. I've done some research on your social media pages, and I absolutely love that you're in the modeling industry. What is it like modeling for you?
Modeling for me is my passion. It's what I think about when I go to bed. It's what I think about when I wake up in the morning. It is part of why I went into my degree towards marketing, and also kind of the basis of who I am as a person. It's a foundation of many different types of art forms, all in one singular moment that you can conceptualize, share, and bring to life. So for me, it is not only a professional career choice, but it's also a passion and a future goal even.
I think modeling is great for building up confidence, and I think it's something that people can take that confidence anywhere they go. How did you realize modeling was something you wanted to do? Was there a special moment or experience that made you consider it?
Oh, that's a fun one. Okay, so I kind of have loved it my whole life, but I started when I was really, really young. Honestly, I was super artsy, and of course, the cliche, my mom showed me America's Next Top Model when I was like 6 or 7, and I remember watching that and just loving it and just seeing all these different aesthetics and energies and what to bring to the table, and I remember it was kind of an underneath layer of me for a really long time. So throughout my life, I pursued different types of arts through dance team, theater, show choir, just traditional art. And it was kind of always there underneath. And when I was in my community college at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, I kind of decided that I wanted to pursue it anyways, just as a fun side project, because I started getting involved in face painting and makeup. And I had a couple photographers message and reach out and say, hey, I would love to take some photos of you of your makeup. Are you interested?
That's really cool. I've always been interested in modeling as well because I'm just photogenic and I love the camera.
Yes, queen.
Some models have to travel to different places. Have you modeled in multiple locations before?
Yes, that's probably a definite 100%. I think the entirety of the beginning of my modeling career, even up till now, I have consistently traveled. You have to be on your game all the time as a model. You have to be not only confident, but constantly being your biggest marketer or your biggest supporter, really, because you at the end of the day are finding your own jobs most of the time until you get an agency, or if you want to work freelance, and that's always what you do. So you network, you reach out, you contact, and you constantly travel from A to B location. So I would end up originally on the Gulf Coast. I did Pensacola. I went to Nashville before. Different areas. I've been to Texas once, the Gulf Coast, of course, worked in New York. I've worked in Colorado. I have not yet booked a job in California, but that's on the goals for future.
People make it seem like modeling is very competitive and so hard to break into the industry. So it's really inspiring knowing that you were able to do that and you're here in Hattiesburg. I know that several women struggle with body acceptance in the modeling industry. I know that a lot of body shaming happens. What advice would you give someone who wants to be more confident in their own skin and model despite what society says about body image?
Oh man, that's another really good, these are very good questions. In terms of the industry and body image as a whole, society has been changing and pushing towards a more accepting view of body image. That's actually something I'm working on while in my college career, is doing some research towards helping awareness in the body positivity and body equality movement. But in terms of pushing through that anyways, I always would say is that if you don't go for it, you're never going to get it. If you don't take the step to push yourself out there and put put yourself out there, regardless of what people think of you, you're never going to get the opportunity. So even if you don't feel like you fit a certain size, or you don't feel like you're a certain height, or you don't feel like you look a certain way on camera, taking that and saying, okay, this is exactly it. I'm never going to be any better. Why go after it? I'm going to lose it. Takes away every opportunity that you have to succeed and to do it, and to do it better and grow through it. So a lot of my modeling career, the process for me has been growing through that and saying, hey, I might not be exactly what they want, but I'm going to be who I want to be, and I'm going to be who I need to be. And someone out there is going to appreciate that. And those are the people that are drawn to you. Those are the brands and the community and the jobs that you want, are the people that are proud of you being you. Society as a whole is pushing that change and creating the avenues for people to be proud of who they are, body size, image problem, or otherwise.
I think that's great advice. I think there's always room for improvement with the society, because there's always one person that says, well, you're not skinny enough or you're not tall enough. But I think there's definitely speaking positivity in the tongue will help promote success as well.
If you do not believe in yourself, nobody out there is their responsibility to believe in you. You are the best person fighting for you and, marketing for yourself. So you have to believe in yourself, even when you're learning and you're growing, and, you may face tons of adversity. But if you don't push through it, you're never going to know if you can do it.
I love that as a modeling coach, you don't try to take away who people are. You allow them to embrace who they are, and they be able to show that within their pictures. What's the best thing about being a modeling coach?
Ooh, okay. So the best thing about being a modeling coach for me is the fact that I've put so much time and energy and honestly very many terrible, a lot of mistakes throughout the process of modeling myself, and being able to help those that love the same thing that I love and are passionate about the same industry or the same changes or, the concepts. They can have a little piece of advice that took me forever to get. So instead of trying constantly to do trial and error and guessing what would work, it's more so just, hey, I am not the most talented model on the market, but I am someone that has gone through what you will probably go through and can help you to a point to where I am right now. So it was more the guidance and the advice, and I love being able to kind of get them through that, that confidence struggle and that difficulty of knowing even where to start, because I already did that. I already took that step. And honestly, if I had somebody that was willing to work with me through the process and not charge me, an arm and a leg for it or lie to me. I've had so many people give me bad advice because whatever reason, they wanted the job or they didn't want me to succeed. And I really just wanted to approach model coaching with a genuine heart. I'm going to be open and honest about what I know. I'm going to tell you what I do know, tell you what I don't know. And we are going to grow together while we are also growing our own career.
Modeling coaching definitely suits you, and I can see that you definitely won't, treat people poorly and that you really care about your clients. I noticed that you have amazing confidence and can sell yourself in any environment. Anytime I'm in the same room with you, your presence just shines and it's very appealing. How'd you get so comfortable and great at owning any room you walk into?
Oh my gosh, that's one of the sweetest compliments I think I've ever been given. Okay, hold on. I have to I gotta let that one soak in. Man, the best thing I would say is really just treating every opportunity like it is the opportunity. And that sounds kind of crazy, but that's kind of the way I approach it. So anything, anytime, any place I go, I always say, no matter what, that when you leave, the people that you met, at least 5 to 10 of them should know who you are, what you bring to the table, and have a reason to remember you. And I feel that way with everything, every networking event, modeling event that I've been to, every job, every class. I try, and of course we all fall short. There's moments where I wish I could have done better, but I always approach these scenarios and these situations with that mindset to be remembered, to stand out, even though it's kind of, odd. Maybe the person that you are, are involved in that day doesn't like your shoes, but they'll remember your shoes. They'll remember your energy. You know what I mean? So even if not everybody appreciates the bright shining star that you are, it's important to shine and be that star anyways, because the world is so much brighter with you in it. And I know, again, it sounds cliche. I'm full of like motivational mottos and quotes, but every moment is the moment. And if you have that mindset, you're always going to bring that energy and that, that light into the room. And honestly, the fact that you feel that way about me or notice that about me is probably one of the most humbling and it brings me so much joy to know that that is how I'm perceived, I guess.
Yes, it's the truth. It's very noticeable. And thank you so much for this advice, because I've been trying to work on being less shy, but I think I'm good at playing it off when I have to. But I like to not have to play it off and it just come naturally. So this is definitely going to help me and so many others.
It's been an honor to interview you, and it was awesome hearing your amazing words of wisdom. Thank you for talking with us. I'm Kennedy Drake for the Burg Podcast.
On our next segment, Abby Yankel has a personal essay reminiscing on how a trip to New York gave her confidence.
I remember when I saw the dazzling lights of Times Square for the first time. How they illuminated the night so brightly, it was almost as if it wasn't even nighttime at all. As I stopped to watch the hundreds of billboards and lights blinking and shining in front of me, I didn't even notice all the fast-paced locals and other tourists passing by me, probably annoyed that I was blocking their path, but I honestly couldn't have cared less. To most people, the city of New York seems to be just one big muddle of people with too many billboards and tall buildings that smells like I don't know what, but to me, it was one of the most beautiful places I've ever gotten to experience. My junior year of high school was a bit crazy to say the least. With everyone just returning back to class from COVID and no one being really sure of anything, I was anxious of starting back. But luckily, I was able to rely on my band practices to be the same, for the most part. Disregarding the whole social distancing and mask wearing, being in band with my friends was one of the only things that felt normal during such an uncertain time. A few months after returning to school, my band director sent out a mass email to our entire band. Macy's Great American Marching Band, travel, perform in one of the world's most prestigious bands in the 2021 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It read in bold letters. Initially, I was really intrigued and asked my friends if they had heard about it or seen it. Most of them hadn't even opened the email. The more I read, the more I was convinced that I had to do this. Then began the next 2 weeks of preparation for my audition, spending countless hours working on routines and marching drills and almost a million Zoom and FaceTime calls with my coach, making sure my skills were the cleanest they've ever been. After sending in my audition video, then came what seemed to be the almost endless waiting. For months it seemed like we would never get an answer, but I finally heard my email notification ding on my computer and I immediately burst into tears in the middle of my Zoom class, freaking out my teachers and classmates a bit. I got in. All the work from the past weeks had paid off. Once I finally made it to the airport after even more months of waiting, I remember being so excited and scared all at once. I kept asking myself the same questions over and over, even after takeoff. Will I be good enough? What if this is too difficult? What if it's not anything I hoped it would be? As we landed, I got off the plane and found the people holding the giant Macy's Great American Marching Band sign and sat with a bunch of other kids. I could tell there were a few that were also asking themselves the same questions. In the 20-minute bus ride out of the city to our little hotel in New Jersey, I got my first glimpses of the city. All I could think about was how big it was and how it could probably swallow me whole and not even think twice about it. Anxiety flooded me as I spiraled into the same repetitive thoughts of self-doubt and insecurity, and I went to bed that night unsure of almost everything. The next day was mostly a tour day where we got to see several popular sites of NYC, and so all the kids could get to know each other a bit before practices started. After meeting a few people and forming our own little friend group, we ventured out into the city. Seeing so much in one day, it felt like the city was bolting past me in a blur. The more we saw, the more rushed and anxious I felt. And with that anxious feeling came the guilt. This is what I wanted, right? To see New York in all its glory. This was a dream come true, and here I was not even experiencing it. After dinner, our directors told us to hop back on the bus and that we were going to see Times Square. Initially, I was so nervous. about the people, the crowds, all of it. But the moment I stepped off the bus and saw what was around me, I stopped, and all I could see were lights. The neon glow of the city enveloped me, and in that moment, all my worries vanished away into nothing. I couldn't focus on being nervous or scared when I was surrounded by one of the most incredible things I'd ever seen. How was I ever scared to be in a place that was so amazing? The erratic and loud noises of people and cars slowly transformed into almost harmonious background noise. I was awe-stricken, almost frozen in place. My friends had to practically drag me around because I would just stop and marvel at everything around me. The next few days after that consisted of learning routines and practices. Then the day finally came. Before our performance, I felt a little ping of my doubts and worries come back to me, telling me I was way in over my head. Then I remembered the feeling I felt a few days before, the feeling of serenity and calmness among the lights. I was able to perform the best I'd ever had and celebrate the success of our performance that night with my friends. I came back home not only with the experience I'll never forget, but a newfound feeling of confidence that I believe has stuck with me ever since. I'm Abby Yankel for the Burg Podcast.
Lastly, Parker Briel gained valuable experience at Disney through its college program last summer. Now equipped with insights and determination, she's ready to excel in hospitality and tourism. Sydney Stokes has the story.
Parker Briel, a sophomore at the University of Southern Mississippi, embarked on the enchanting journey of the Disney College program this past summer. Parker embraced the opportunity to immerse herself in the world of hospitality and tourism, gaining invaluable experience at the renowned entertainment giant. Parker shared insights into her role at Disney, highlighting the dynamic nature of her responsibilities and the importance of teamwork in creating memorable experiences for guests.
So Disney was really like stepping into a whole new world. Every day brought new challenges and growing opportunities for me. It was so exhilarating to be a part of a dynamic and fast-paced work environment.
From mastering the art of customer service to gaining behind-the-scenes knowledge of the theme park industry, Parker's journey at Disney was nothing short of magical. As she reflects on her experience, Parker expresses gratitude for the friendships forged, the lessons learned, and the memories made during her time in the program.
So for me, the Disney College program wasn't just a job. It was more of a journey of self-discovery, and so I discovered strengths I didn't know I had and learned to thrive in situations that pushed me out of my comfort zone. I'll always cherish this experience.
As Parker continues her academic pursuits in hospitality and tourism, her time at Disney serves as a testament to the transformative power of hands-on learning experiences. With determination and enthusiasm, Parker is poised to make her mark in the industry, armed with the skills and insights gained from her unforgettable summer adventure. Parker's story is also a testament to the potential for growth and discovery that awaits those who dare to pursue their passions. As she navigates the next chapter of her journey, one thing remains certain. Parker Briel is destined for greatness in the world of hospitality and tourism. I'm Sydney Stokes, reporting for the Burg Podcast.
Thank you for tuning in to the Burg Podcast. This podcast is totally produced by students in Dr. Dave Davies' MCJ 344 podcasting class in the School of Media and Communication at the University of Southern Mississippi. Producers for this episode are Madison Calkins, Sydney Stokes, Michaelan Williams, and Denari Washington. Music from Upbeat. See the link in our About page for more information. Cover artwork by Madison Calkins and Greta Graves.